Hey guys, good morning, everybody. Let me go and set up this room real quick and then we can get started. 6:18 right now, so you got about 12 minutes till market open. So there's no rush. So I'm just gonna go ahead and set everything up real quick. And then we can get started. We do have some news coming up. I'll show you guys the Forex calendar in a little bit. So we might have to be a little cautious on the breakout, but I mean, we'll see what happens from there. Today is September 23rd. Right there. All right, cool. So YouTube's getting set up. Let me get the Zoom link for you guys here so that you guys can join the room. All right. Yeah. All right, guys, looks like everything's good. Start letting people into the room. Let me just finish setting this up right here, and then we should be good to go. All right, cool. I'm gonna start letting people into the room right now. All right, cool. People are making their way in. So good morning, guys. It is 6:20 on September 20th, 23rd right now. I'm just waiting for the market to smooth it out right now, and then we can start looking at the technicals before we start determining, which direction we want to trade. We do have some news this morning, guys. So, just a reminder, there is news this morning. Thanks to Rav for reminding me this morning. It looks like over here on Thursday, we have a flash manufacturing PMI at 645. We also have flash services PMI at 645 as well. Following that, we have a CB leading index at 7 o'clock and natural gas storage at 7:30. So we have quite a bit of news this morning. The market's been kind of risky. I'm not sure if you guys have been trading all throughout the day. I've been using the scalps that I went over during the mentoring session. So like me and Rav, we were talking about it just a second ago. I took a couple trades here. I took about, how many did I take? I took like 3 trades. So I took these 2 right here, made about $1,000 each because I'm only going for like 100 pips. And then I also took this one right here. They just passed this one over here. So this is what I've been applying a lot more lately because of how the market's moving. It's really risky when we have a lot of news going on and there's a lot of uncertainty in the market. So what I've been doing is I've just been trying to catch these smaller moves in the market. This is something that I'm not really teaching to anybody because it's a very risky strategy and you really have to know what you're doing because it's very subjective when identifying the swings. But if you guys want to go and watch this strategy as I applied it and showed you guys what I was doing, I went over this over the last mentoring session. I'm not going to teach it to you guys here, and I'm not going to teach this to the general public because although you can make a lot of profit doing this, you could also lose a lot of profit or lose a lot of money doing this if you do it incorrectly. So this isn't something for beginners. It's not something that I want to teach many people or anyone at all. It's just, if you guys pick it up, you guys pick it up. If not, then it's probably not going to be for you. And that's how I got all these profits right here, right? So yesterday, I only took like 1 trade during the live session with you guys, right? So this was what was the live session yesterday? The live session yesterday, I only took about like 1 trade with you guys. I think I took this sell or this buy, actually. I took this buy, I made about like 600 something. But then I kept scalping all throughout the day. So I actually locked in a pretty good amount of profit yesterday. A total of about almost 5,000 across both my accounts with no losses because I was applying the scalping strategy that I just discussed. Just another reminder if you guys are just joining the room, that strategy is not something that I really want to teach anyone because it's very risky and it's very subjective. It's not like the other strategies where it's a checklist. For this, you have to actually know how to identify the swing highs and swing lows, and you have to be able to do it on the fly. So that's why I don't really want to teach anyone, because the last thing I want to do is have someone accidentally blow their account because they're not able to properly identify swings. And that strategy was a strategy that I used to use a lot in the past, especially like when FTMO first came out and a lot of people had issues, or they would be in a tight spot, right? Like they take their FTMO and then they were like, they had like 1 day to pass. I'd use that strategy and I'd pass people's FTMOs in like 1 day, way back before, like last year. It was risky, so it was like never a guarantee, but it was like, if they wanted me to do it, I would have done it. And if I passed, I passed. If I didn't, it was fine because they would have lost the account anyways. So let me just check who's here in the chat. Let's see, morning Miles, morning Shane, morning David, morning Salorm, morning Maria, morning Christopher, morning Matt, morning Dean, morning everybody. So people are still making their way into the room right now. I'm gonna go ahead and just analyze US 30. Just keep in mind that we do have a lot of news this morning. Let's see, morning Joseph, morning Kenny, morning Sam, morning everybody, morning Alex, morning Adrian. Let's check out US 30. So looking over here at the 1 hour, we have a bullish bias, and the reason for that is because price is above the pivots and the trend meter is green. Looking over here at the 10-minute, it's also bullish for the same reasons. Price is above the pivots and the trend meter is green. Looking over here at the 3-minute, same situation right here. Price is above the pivots, the trend meter is green. And lastly, on the 1 minute, price is, let's see, price is all, well, it was previously above the pivots. Now it's kind of just below it temporarily, but it is also pushing up to the upside. So we do have a bullish bias here on the technical side. Looking over at the fundamentals, the daily average hasn't updated yet. So this is from yesterday, but looking at the futures data, it's currently 180 points in the green right now. So everything is looking pretty bullish. Also looking at retail sentiment. Retail sentiment is 54% long. It's not very long as it was earlier this week. Earlier this week, it was about 62%. It's kind of dropped a bit because a lot of people pulled out of the market or they got stopped out as price continued to drop from yesterday. So other than that, let's see what else we got here. So Jermaine, morning Jermaine. Deswell said, morning K2. Hey Shawn, what are we doing about these scammers? I mean, you can't really do much, Deswell, because they're just going to keep trying to message people. All I can do is just warn you guys not to fall for these scammers whenever they message you. So guys, just a reminder, I'll never message you guys first. So if you get a message from someone that has the same name and same picture as me, it's probably not me, because I'm never going to message you guys and reach out to you guys first. Also, I'm never going to ask for Bitcoin payment. These scammers are always asking for Bitcoin payment. They're saying something that like the credit processor is down, but that's not true. So guys, just be aware. I'll never message you first, and I'll never ask for Bitcoin payment. That's going to be like basically guaranteed. So if you guys ever have anyone message you and ask for Bitcoin payment or something like that, then it's definitely not me. So let me see if I can find this here. Yeah, so basically these scammers here are messaging, and they're telling you that you'll get a discount and stuff like that. This is not me. So this person doesn't even have the same name as me. And they'll say something like, hey, this is Shawn, we're doing a promotion, whatnot. We're not doing any promotions at K2, guys. So this is definitely not me. Just keep that in mind. So just be careful, Desla. Don't fall for any of those scammers messaging people. Morning, Delmas. Morning, Lisa. Morning, Jeffrey. Morning, everybody. All right, so market is opening in about 3 minutes. Just looking at everything that we just looked at, we have a bullish bias right now for the technicals and the fundamentals. Once market actually opens, we can determine, whether we want to take the trade or not, one way or the other. I'll probably be looking for those other scalps as well. I'm not going to tell you guys when I'm taking the scalps for the other strategy because it just moves too fast. But I'll be drawing some lines here if you guys are wondering. I'm identifying where the swing highs and the swing lows are. So we got like a swing low right here, swing high right there, swing low right here. So I'm just identifying these with specific colors. The swing highs are blue, swing lows are green. Let's see, I'm gonna have to clean up the chart though once we have the once we start looking for the breakout. And personally, I think I kind of like taking these scalps anyways, because they've been pretty good so far. Let's see. Hey, Riga, morning. Yeah, Riga said news in 15 minutes. Yeah, I noticed that earlier. It's 6:45, right? Yeah, we got medium news at 6:45. So if you don't get the breakout right away, then we're not going to take it, obviously. And then we're going to have to wait until after the news passes to take more trades, because these are going to directly affect the US 30 as they have in the past. Those news events happen once a month, and it every time they happen, they do affect the market heavily. All right, got my alerts set up. It's like for the most part, we're pretty much good to go. All right, market is opening in about 30 seconds. Once we have that open, we can possibly look for an entry here. And our bias here is going to be for a buy, obviously. All right, we got about 10 seconds till market open. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now the market's open. So we're looking for a strong bullish candle in order for us to take a trade here. You can see prices starting to drop right here pretty heavily. Let me check out the fundamentals to see how the market is actually looking this morning. So the market is actually open 216 points in the green. So obviously you guys have seen this entire week has been a ton of manipulation, right? There's also some news here that I saw. Where did I see that? There was something here with CNBC where they were just warning that conservative. Yeah, so this is what I was looking at earlier. Anyways, let me just refresh this real quick, and I'll show you that news article. Just to show you guys that you know, we're not the only ones that are anticipating, that are spotting this manipulation in the market. So okay, if this candle right here closes strong bullish, meaning little to no wick on the top side, we can take this for a breakout. However, it doesn't look like it's going to. So this candle's closing in 2 seconds. Yeah, too big of a wick on the top side, so I'm not going to take that trade there. But I was looking at the CNBC article. You know, this was on September 23rd at 8 a.m. They basically said investors believe it's time to get very conservative in the stock market, meaning, you know, even us here with US 30, because the market is being highly manipulated, right? Everyone's noticing it, and you can see right here the index is 250 or 230 points in the green. The entire stock index right here is completely green, right? But for whatever reason, price continues to drop. Well, it's not dropping right now, but it does continue to drop, and it makes it very risky for us to take these trades here. That's why I've been going for the smaller scalps, because there's just a lot of uncertainty, right? You're just not really sure where price is going to be going, because even though the fundamentals point completely to the upside, price still continues to drop further and further. So this candle right here is going to have a big wick on it, so I'm not going to take this for the breakout as well. I mean, you could possibly, like, this would technically be the breakout, but I'm not going to take it myself, because we do have the news event coming up shortly. I'll just mark it up right here. And we do have the news event coming up in about 13 minutes at 6:45. So I'll follow this right here, but I'm probably not going to take this breakout. I'm just going to watch it, and I'll take the scalps that happen after it. Also, it's going to be a little risky because it's reaching the London high right here. There's just a lot of stuff going on today, which, you know, makes me want to be a little more careful. I mean, if you guys want to take it, it's really up to you guys if you guys want to take it. But I just give you guys, you know, I want to give you guys a heads up that I'm personally not going to take this right here, and I'm going to wait until after for some more scalps. You know, I'm going to trade conservatively, just like, you know, the other investors here as well, who also see this manipulation happening with the stock market, which directly correlates with US 30, because, you know, this is part of the stock market right here. It's basically the top 30 stocks in the US. They're all completely green right here, so it should be bullish. But you can see prices still coming down, right? And this is exactly why I didn't want to take this trade here, because we have a lot of noise in the market, which just doesn't really make sense. If the entire stock market here is green, then this should be shooting up with no issue, right? There should be no problem with it, and it shouldn't be coming down at all. But looking at current price right here, it is coming down, right? And that's something to just keep in mind when you guys are taking these trades. Sometimes, you know, the best move is no move. And some people just, you know, they're not able to comprehend that. Like, sometimes it's better just not to trade. than it is to take a risk. But I'll just mark these up here just in case, for whoever did take the trade. But like I mentioned, I'm not going to take the trade because we have news coming up shortly and it's just going to be too risky. Last thing I want to do is enter a trade and then it goes complete opposite just as news comes out. Like I think on Tuesday or Monday when Biden was speaking, market was going smooth and then all of a sudden it went the opposite way. And that was something that we luckily we were able to avoid because one of our members here, gave us a heads up that, or two of our members here gave us a heads up that Biden was speaking. So price is currently bullish right now and it's moving into profit. But like I mentioned, I consider this risky because we have news coming up and I'm not planning on holding it or taking it. Joe's asking what news. So the news that's coming up today is the flash manufacturing PMI and the flash services PMI. These all directly affect specific stocks, right? So if you're doing the manufacturing PMI, this is going to affect a lot of stocks that have to deal with manufacturing, like a lot of companies like Walmart, stuff like that. Not even just Walmart, there's other companies here that deal with manufacturing. Also services PMI, you'll be looking at other stuff here like Goldman Sachs, you'll be looking at American Express, stuff like that. There's a lot of things here that will be directly affected by those news events. And that's why I'm not planning on taking any trades right now. I'll be waiting for that news to pass before I hop into anything. Nice. Eric took it and he made some profit. Nice work, Eric. So some of you guys did take a trade here for a buy and some of you guys did make some profit off it. I personally didn't take the trade. I'll be watching it. Looks like it's about to hit CP right there. So that looks good. What I do recommend is if you guys do take this trade or if you guys are in this position, once price reaches TP1, move your stop loss in profit. Or if it gets close to this area, I would recommend moving your stop loss in profit as soon as possible because the news is coming up soon in the next 10 minutes. And we might see some pre-market moves prior to news being released, as a lot of people, wager against where price is going to be moved or where the news is going to be placed, whether it's positive or negative. Let's see what the forecast looks like right now. So forecast is looking a little positive, not a big difference, but definitely on the positive side. Or actually, no, negative, sorry, negative. So it was previously 61.1 and this was 55.1. It looks like flash services they don't anticipate any movement, but for manufacturing, they're anticipating it to be lower. So there we go. TP1 for the breakout for whoever took the breakout strategy or breakout entry there. There you go. See the links of those horns all week. There goes TP1 right there for whoever took it. I mean, it's looking good. Like I said, it was going to be a risky trade. That's why I didn't want to take it, but it was a valid entry. The reason why I made this valid is because we did have a wick on top right here, but it was a small wick. It wasn't a huge wick like these down here. So TP1's been hit right there. I'll give you guys a small update in the group for whoever caught it. Looks like Charlie over here caught it, so that looks good. And then we'll continue on. If you guys have profits you guys want to share with the group, go ahead and send them over, and then I'll add them to the listing for later today. There you go, full TP off the breakout. So whoever caught it, congrats to you guys. I didn't take it myself, but it looks like a lot of you guys here did. I don't know if Eric, you held on to it, if you re-entered the trade, but there you go, the breakout full TP with, I mean, there was some drawdown here, but not very much, right? It pulled back a little bit and then it slingshot all the way back up. This is an indicator that the market is moving where it's supposed to go. Yesterday, the entire stock index right here was completely green and the stock market, the price just kept going down, right? Today, the index is completely green, but price is going completely up because it's following the fundamentals, right? So this is indicating that market is actually moving good today. It's moving smoothly and it's moving how it's supposed to. This is really good because it hasn't been moving like this for the past 2 weeks. So definitely great for you guys here. Yeah, and Dean said no drawdown. Like literally it came up, pulled back a little bit, and it swung all the way back up. So this is good because we've been waiting for the market to start moving smoothly for like the past 2-3 weeks. And now it's looking amazing. So great work here to whoever caught it. If you guys do want to send your profits, go ahead and send them over. Otherwise, I'll see who just sent their profits here and we'll check out what everyone else did a little later once we move forward with the day. It's 6:38 right now, so I'm probably not going to take anything else for a while because we do have the news coming up shortly in about 7 minutes. So something to to keep in mind. I kind of wish I probably should have taken it with a smaller lot size, but just because of the news coming up, it just seemed too risky for me. So let's see, Charlie over here took the buy. He locked in the total of 3,026. Nice work, Charlie. So Charlie here had like pretty much all wins. Looks like this might have been an accidental loss right here, but everything else looks great. Straight wins right there. So great work, Charlie. Other than that, yeah, this thing shot up all the way up. So this is good. Price is going where it's supposed to go. Our analysis from this morning, if you guys were on the session before we went live, I anticipated it to be bullish because the technicals are pointing bullish. Also, the fundamentals over here for the futures data was also bullish. And also the retail sentiment over here wasn't very one-sided. So with that said, it gave me confidence that price is probably going to shoot up. The only reason I didn't want to take this trade was because we do have news coming up in about 5 minutes. Flash services and flash manufacturing PMI tends to have a heavy impact on the market, depending on how big of a move it is, right? Sometimes it's a really big move, sometimes it's not. Here it's only about 1 point, so I don't anticipate it to be a huge move, but there's been times where this number is way off. It's not even close to the forecasted number, and it affects the market pretty heavily. Also, following the news from yesterday, we had a lot of stuff going on yesterday with the Fed and Jerome Powell, which also made me want to trade a bit cautiously. So looks good though. So I'm glad our analysis over here played out perfectly. Looking over here at the stock index, let me just refresh this for you guys. It's all green. So the Dow Jones is up 386 points, S&P is up 37 points, NASDAQ's up 83 points, the Russell 2K is up 32 points. So everything looks pretty good. Looking at this news right here, it says Dow rises for a second day, adding 300 points as market continues to reclaim September losses. With this news event right here, I'm going to anticipate that price is going to come spiking back down at some point. Generally, when CNBC reports something, the opposite happens, right? Because this is too late. They're reporting this right here, but we already caught that move. You can see here it's starting to come down, right? So when CNBC reported this right now, like, a few minutes ago, we already knew that was going to happen because that's exactly what happened here, right? Price shot up. And then now that they've reported it, a lot of people are going to hop onto this, right? People are going to see this and they're going to hop into some buys. And as soon as those people hop into buys, what do you think the market makers and institutions are going to do? They're going to spike price to the downside to stop those people out, right? So we're probably going to see a price tumble right here because this is where the market manipulation starts to come in. Whenever CNBC reports something, a lot of people hop onto those moves. They get suckered into like listening to what they say on CNBC. And then as soon as people hop in, there's enough buyers, they just spike price down and stop them out. So just something to keep in mind. So let me scroll down real quick. Talanji said a bunch of 1 minute, 10-minute snipes. Roger said, can we take snipes if we get a valid signal right before market open? It looks like there was a valid entry on the 620, 630 candle. And the next one as well, like Talanji said. So Roger, technically you can, but for me personally, I wouldn't have taken it because of how volatility picks up around that time, right? If your stop loss is only 500 pips, odds are you might get stopped out before you make it to your profit target. Sometimes it'll work perfectly and sometimes it won't. So it's really up to your preference. What I do recommend is if you do plan on taking a trade on open, I would take a smaller lot size, and I would also have a wider stop loss. So that's the reason why I would have a smaller lot size, so I can have a bigger stop loss to avoid getting caught in those spikes of volatility when market opens. So I'll just show you guys what Roger and what Talanji are referring to here. They're referring to the snipe strategy, which is going to be right over here. Basically, you want to look for a wick rejection off any pivot, wick rejection off the structure. So looking at this candle right here, we actually have an entry right there. And we also have an entry down here. There's actually 3 entries right here. So if you took any of these entries right here for the snipe, because we have a wick rejection off the K2 pivot, wick rejection off the K2 SR zone, there's actually 3 entries here. Let me go back over here real quick. Okay, the news is coming up shortly, so I'm not going to look at that anyways. I'll just rewind to here to show you guys what I'm referring to with regard to Roger and Talanji. So right here, we're looking for a wick rejection off the pivot. It's rejecting off the pivot here. We're looking for a wick rejection off the K2 SR zone, which would be right over here. We're also looking for the confirmation that this pivot isn't touching the body, which it isn't. And lastly, you want to confirm the direction of momentum. Right here, we have a bullish momentum. So right here, you can take a long position right there at the close of that candle. You let this run. Let's see, it's not working. Okay, so yeah, if you were to let that run right there, that would have hit TP. So you move it next, it swings down, and then it swings all the way back up for a full TP right there. And there's a bunch of entries. So there's one entry that's right there, this red one. There's also another entry right here, which is this next red one. And then you have another entry right here, this green one, which would hit TP right there. And then again, right here, another last one, which would be this opening candle, which would have been right there. And it's currently running on its way to full TP. So it's just too risky around this part, Roger, because there's so much volatility. You see the spike right here, right? As soon as the market opens here at 6:30, spike to the upside. This is why I wouldn't want to trade during this time period. But if you did want to, I would take a smaller lot size so that you can have a wider stop loss, right? Instead of 500 pips, you can bring it down to 1,000 pips, right? Just as a safety net right here to prevent yourself getting caught in a stop, like in a swing back before it swings right back up. And that's how exactly how you would identify that. All right, 6:45. Let's see what happens with the news over here real quick. So let's see if the market has any reaction to the news. Let me refresh this. 6:45, not released yet. All right, so Flash PMI services was negative. Flash manufacturing was neutral. So it was around where they were anticipating. It was still negative. They're both negative. So they're both, this one's for sure negative, Flash services PMI, and Flash manufacturing is also negative as well. So what I see happening here is price is going to push up, which it did right here, right? So generally, when I used to trade news before, I don't trade news anymore because it's just risky. You're gambling at this point. Before, when I would trade news, if the news was negative, I would buy because generally it would do the opposite, right? Because if it says it's a sell, if it says it's negative here, what do you think a lot of retail traders are going to do? They're going to sell. And then as soon as they sell, that's probably why you have a little drop down right here. As soon as they sell, the market makers spike price back up to stop them out, right? So generally what I like to do and the way I trade is I always trade opposite of retail. If retail is selling, I buy. If retail is buying, I sell. Based off this news right here, it was negative. So retail is probably selling. And what I would do is I would be buying. So it's starting to push up even higher right here. But we'll see what happens. I'm going to be looking for some possible entries now as we continue on. Let's see if I can find anything else here. Oh, I missed this one right here. So actually, I'm not going to go over that strategy here. So I'm going to try my hardest not to go over the strategy that I was referring to on the mentoring session. If you guys want to go see that, you guys can go check that out there. The reason why I don't want to go over that is because I know a lot of people here are going to try to apply it, and it's going to be very risky, and I don't want you guys to be accidentally making mistakes. But we'll look for any normal scalps here. All right, Charlie. Charlie said, thanks, bro. I'll see you guys tomorrow. So Charlie, I'll see you tomorrow as well. Charlie made his profit for the day already. He's already up. Yeah, Charlie's up 3,026 for the day, so he's good. Looking over here, Jay over here locked in a total of 890 off that breakout. Nice work, Jay. Kip over here as well. Kip's up 20,000 for the day. Great work, Kip. Consistency every single day. Albert over here, or Dre, sorry. Dre over here locked in a total of 182. Nice work, Dre. Albert over here locked in a total of 1,067. So nice work, Albert. So a lot of you guys here locked in some pretty nice profit so far. Cheryl here as well. Cheryl locked in a total of 861. Nice work, Cheryl. Other than that, let me see if I missed anything else. Miles just sent me his profits as well. Miles is up currently 1,068. Great work, Miles. If you guys have more profits to send over, just send them over. Basically, everyone here is just posting them in the group or messaging them to me. I'll add them to the list later so that we can look at them at the end of the session. I see Twan over here locked in. It's crazy. This dude's been doing some crazy profits on this. I guess you bought this at the low right here. 74,000. That's nuts. 74,000 right there. And then his other account right here. So I think this is his normal personal account. Talking about 2,293 off this one. So great work, Twan. Killing it. Cheryl over here too. So Cheryl did, I think MFF, which is My Forex Funds. It's another funding company. She passed within 9 days, so she's done, and she's now funded on My Forex Fund. So congrats to you, Cheryl. Paul over here as well. Paul locked in a total of 1,607. Great work, Paul. Other than that, let's see, Valentin over here, he said from Asia, couldn't catch it, have a sleep. So Valentin over here locked in a total of 9,782 for the week. No losses, just straight wins right here. Great work, Valentin. Yeah, glad to see a lot of you guys here killing it. Narith over here as well. Narith locked in a total of 14,000 this morning. He had one small loss right there. Rest are some pretty big wins that covered it pretty easily. So definitely great work for the day. 14,247. Amazing work right there, Narith. Anyone else? Let's see. I think that's it for everyone else here. All right, I got Twan's profits here, locked in 2,293. Other than that, I think we're good for the most part. So price is starting to taper off right here. Let me see the other questions. Let me scroll up real quick and see if I missed anything. Yeah, exactly. So Solanji said he saw the entries, but he doesn't trade 30 minutes before market open, which is smart. I agree with that too. Other than that, let's see. Yeah, Alex said he didn't enter today. Yeah, exactly. I mean, sometimes it's good for you to just sit out the market, Alex. I know you're smart about it. Alex has a pretty good win rate as well, and he documents all of his trades with K2 here to show full transparency of a member in K2 profiting and documenting his trades, not just me. Let's see. So Roger said, thanks. Is a third valid snipe too big of a candle? So yeah, it's a bit too big. That's why I also wouldn't have wanted to have taken that, because I would have expected some sort of retracement, which it did. It did retrace here slightly, but it swung all the way back up. So this is going to be the, I'll just keep an alert here, because I did see that a lot of you guys decided to take this trade here after I analyzed it. And this is going to be the snipe for 500 pips. Because I did see that a lot of you guys here decided to take it. It technically hit TP2 already, I mean TP1, which would have been right here. So a lot of you guys should have moved your stop loss in profit. I'm not in this position, but I'll just follow it for you guys here who are in the group, so I can give you guys an update, if and when it does hit. Let me scroll down over here real quick. I want to make sure following this properly. Okay, I'll put the requirements here for these strategies as well, just so that you guys know what we're applying here. Here's a 1 minute pivot scalp. Here is the 3 minute pivot scalp. Damn, this would have been a great entry right here. So I marked up the swing high right here. As price broke above here, I could have taken this buy and I would have made a pretty massive profit right there, which I missed. And for a lot of you guys who are doing that scalp strategy that I mentioned on the mentoring session, if the 1 minute's too fast for you, then you might want to just go down to or go up to the 3 minute to find smoother swings, because I know a lot of people get confused with where the swings happen. So let me go over here real quick to the, we got everything set up already, so we're good. All right, so we're good with that there. It looks like the 10 minutes is about to hit full TP off that snipe. Let me check the next question over here. Next question was from Vincent. Vincent's asking, can you just draw the lines for highs and lows just to see if we're doing it right? I can, but it's going to make the chart like a bit messy, Vincent. So what I'll do is I'll just mark up where the most recent swing highs and lows are. So the most recent swing high is going to be right here. And I'll put the line right next to it. That's most recent swing high. And the most recent swing low would be right here. I'll call it the swing lows green. So swing low is going to be green, swing high is going to be blue. And you can see that just by going backwards, right? So price is currently right here. Look like you just look back to like where it hit last. So here's where price currently is. It swung high up here, right? So this is a swing high. This is the swing low, right? Again, this is the swing high. If you wanted to draw the one previous to that, this would be considered the swing high. And then if you swing down here, this would be considered the swing low. Right? If you guys are catching my drift here. So you just go backwards. So if price is currently right here, see where price swung from this point. So the highest came from was right here. And this is subjective. This is where it becomes a little more difficult for you guys to identify where the swing highs and swing lows are currently, because right here, price is just ranging now, right? It's just going sideways. So this can change. This isn't necessarily going to be the swing high guarantee, but these already have been established. So if you were to count this as the swing high, this would be considered the swing high right here. So swing high, swing low, right? Swing high, come back down, swing low. The next swing high would be right here. So it's just, and then you can see right here as price breaks this area, full TP off the snipe. So whoever caught the snipe, great work right there for that. So I'll go over here to the 10-minute, and there goes a full TP off the snipe. So you guys saw how I analyzed this before when price was in the negative. Looks like a lot of you guys did catch this. So I'll give you guys an update in the group for, whoever wrote it up. I didn't take it myself because I personally don't really like taking trades on the higher time frames anymore, especially during the New York session. I'd rather just scalp within it and catch more moves because I can make more profit that way. So I'll just give you guys an update here for everyone who caught that. Looks good. So great work amongst everyone here, because I did see a lot of you guys did catch that earlier. So I'm not sure if you caught it, Roger, or if Talanji caught it, but I think Kip did. So let me check Kip's profits over here. Kip over here. So let's see. Yeah, Kip actually caught it, looks like. So Kip's up 23,000 now this morning. So Kip's profits from earlier today, he was at 20,000, right? It looks like he took the breakout and then he actually locked in a lot more. He's now at 23,000. So amazing work right there, Kip. Roman over here as well. Roman is now in profit 312. He took some GJ trades last night and the US 30 trades this morning. So definitely amazing work right there, Roman. And it's cool because you guys can see here, Roman's actually on vacation right now. He's on vacation, traveling all throughout Canada, and he's still trading on his phone. So he probably just takes a break from his driving, and then he just goes in and makes some profit off that, and then he just goes right back on his trip. So have fun out there, Roman. I know you're still out there right now, so it's definitely your account's looking good. Roman's on vacation right now. He's making like 300 today. He made like 1,430 yesterday. The day before that, he made 191. Roman's been having a good day. He went on vacation on the 21st, I think on Monday, and there's his truck, and he's been driving, and he's been making profit every single day with you on the live session each morning. Owen over here locked in a total of 485. Nice work, Owen. And Kip said, yeah, Kip said, I'm the sniper. So yeah, definitely great work amongst everyone here for whoever caught this. I didn't catch it myself. I'm looking at the smaller scalps, but we just, we obviously don't have any right now. Again, right here, Vincent, price broke the high right here that we drew. So this would have been another 1-minute scalp right there. I missed it because I wasn't paying attention, but that would have been a 1-minute scalp and it would have hit TP right there right away. Nice. So Maddie over here actually caught this 1 minute. You guys can see in the Zoom right here. Maddie said that he took that scalp and he made a profit off it. So definitely great work amongst everyone here. Let me see if there's anything else here that I'm missing. Roger said, got it. So you might have waited for it to retrace on a candle like that before entering that snipe. Exactly. So I probably would have held on to it for a bit before entering it, because there's just a lot of factors today, Roger, with the news and also with what was going on yesterday with regard to the Fed and the economic outlook for the US for the rest of the month. Yeah, Roger said he held off as well, still trying to get the feel of things and being super conservative, which is a good thing, Roger. Be conservative until you're sure of it. If you don't take the trade, you can still mark it up to follow it to see if it actually hits. And the more that you see that it hits, the more you'll be confident with your entries. See another question here from Scott. Scott said, hi, Shawn, is the daily breakout only done on the 1-minute chart, or can we apply the same rules on 3-minute? It should only be done on the 1 minute, Scott, because the 3 minutes not going to show the exact movement, right? Because you're going 3 candles per 3 minutes per candle. You're not going to see exactly how it's moving because the breakout only happens within the first 5 minutes. So it wouldn't work on the 3 minute. You'd have to use the 1 minute to identify exactly where price is moving. All right, I'm going to delete these swings right here because they're irrelevant at this point. No problem, Scott. Glad to help you with that. Falcon said, Shawn, you can use the higher high, lower low indicators. That doesn't work because it doesn't identify it quick enough. I've done it before. I actually use that. These are the higher high and lower low indicators. So you see these numbers right here. This is the indicator you're referring to. Even if you put it to like one candle, it's not going to identify the swings over here. So here, where's the candle at? So this right here, even if you adjust it to like one candle, it's going to give you so many like swings here, right? These aren't accurate swings. These aren't actual higher highs. These are just every time price swings up, swings down. And if you change it to something like 5, it's going to be too slow, right? It doesn't identify the swing highs over here that I identified earlier. So this isn't something that you can use an indicator for, unfortunately. Fuck, I changed the settings. Okay, let me just change this right here. I think it was at 10. Yeah, because if I could find an indicator, or if I can create an indicator that works, real time, then I would use it. Obviously, that'd be a lot better. But even adjusting the settings right here, they still don't work very well because they're still inaccurate. That's why I say that this is subjective, because you have to actually see how price is moving to identify where the swing highs are. Because like just looking at this here, this is all subjective, right? Like for me, I see this as a swing low and I see this as a swing high. Some people might see one of these other wicks as a swing high, but for me, I know the highest point is going to be the swing high. So for me, I see that the swing high is right there, right? And the reason for that is because I just identify where price swings from highs to low. So like this is a low and this might be a high right here. So for some people, this might be considered a high, but for some people, this might be considered the high right here, right? They might just avoid all this noise right here because it's very noisy on the 1 minute and just go straight to this point up here. However, if I'm going for these small scalps, this could be considered the swing high as well, because price swings up, it comes right back down right here. So I do, okay, that's a swing high, and then it swings back down here, and this would be the swing low. So depending on how you see the chart, this could be considered a swing high and a swing low. Or for some people, they might just skip this noise and just go straight to this point right here as a swing high. And this is a swing low down here, right? So there's just different ways of identifying it. Also, this right here, some people would probably identify this as a swing low, but to me, this doesn't look like a swing low because it just continues to push up higher, and then it gets stopped right here before it comes right back down. All right, so let me check that indicator right there, Falcon. So maybe you have a better indicator. So let's see, you said it was called higher. All right, let me get back to you in a second. Falcon, we have a possible entry right here for the 1 minute. All right, I can try to search it up. Which one is it? Because there's a lot of indicators here with that same exact name, Falcon. So I mean, if you could confirm, there's a lot of them right here. I mean, they're all that same name. You said it's called higher, higher, lower, low, live. So it might be, is it this one right here? Possibly. And then you have it changed to 4-4. Let's see, your setting here is keep it linked at 4. Yeah, I mean, technically it looks like it could work, but I don't know if I would necessarily. So guys, if you guys want to use this, you guys can use it. I still see that there's a lot of noise here. I don't see that it's like the most accurate, but it is somewhat accurate. When it's moving smoothly, it's moving accurately right here. But if you go back over here, so looking at this over here, Falcon, this is definitely not a higher high, right? Or let's see, it says a low high. Let me see if we can change the settings here. Is there any other settings that you set here? Because right here, this is where it would confuse people, right? Because it identifies a lot of lower highs and this stuff, but I wouldn't consider all of these specifically like good highs or good lows. And that's why it's better for you to train your eye than to depend on this indicator to identify where these swing highs and lows are. Let me see if there's anything else here that I can change. Show higher highs, show higher lows. Let's see. Yeah, but no, this is good for a start. It's good for a start. If you guys want to practice with this to identify the higher highs and the, oh, fuck, I'm just missing the trade right here. So there's a 1 minute scalp right here. It's too late. Fuck, I missed the whole trade. Okay, so whoever caught the trade right there, this is what we were looking for. Obviously, I missed it myself. I wish I took it. Maddie said he caught it himself. Yeah, so Dijon caught this 1 minute right here. He's in the Zoom. Looks like Maddie caught it as well. Yeah, so a lot of you guys did catch this trade right here. I missed it because I was trying to look at this indicator, but thanks, Falcon, for letting me know. I still think that this is a little inaccurate though, but it does work. I mean, it works if you just want a good, like, if you're just wondering where the high and lows are. I personally would rather just do it manually because this will train your eye to look for, what you're looking for here. But it does help if you have problems identifying the high lows. But just looking at this here, I don't think this is a. I wouldn't depend on these being the. So like, look at this right here. There's like two highs right here, right? There's a high right here and a high right here. I wouldn't consider both of these highs. I would consider them. Like if price swung down here, I would consider this the high, and then this the low, and then this the high right here. I wouldn't consider this, and this all highs. So something to keep in mind. And you can see right here, it actually skipped it. So as you can see, price comes down as low, and I would consider this another high right here. So if I took this off, and I just put this right there, you guys can see that you would have missed this entire move right here because price broke the structure right here, and this would have been a profit here that you would have missed because the indicator right here missed this like it missed it completely. So it's a good indicator to use if you guys don't know how to identify swing highs and swing lows. But I personally would recommend that you do it on your own and just identify them yourselves because it's while it might be risky for you to identify wrong ones, it's better for you guys to actually learn how to see these there. No, you're fine, Falcon. You're fine. Falcon said, "I'm sorry for being the one for missing that entry. It's all good, Falcon. It was just, it's just 1,000 in profit. It's okay. We'll catch another one. So we're good with that right there. Yeah. So Roland said he just used that swing high technique locked in $10 on a real small position. Gems. No, definitely, Roland. I'm glad to see that you locked in some profit off that. And yeah, so Falcon said it's a little subjective. Adjust the links accordingly. 100%. So if you guys do have problems, thanks to Falcon for introducing this indicator to us. You can use this, but I personally would just recommend that you guys do it manually because it's not that difficult, right? You just have to, it's going to be hard in the beginning because you're not really used to identifying the swing highs and swing lows, but just go from current price. So current price is right here. Look where price swung previously, right? So price is up here. Where did it swing below? It swung below right here, right? So this is going to be the swing low. And then where does it swing up from here? It swings back up. This is going to be the swing high. It's not that difficult, right? Because the thing is, when you're applying the strategy, you only need to look at the most recent swings. Like you look at the one before where current price is. And then when there's a new one right here, you create a new swing. So it's not very difficult. And it's something that, obviously you guys can apply yourself and you can practice by back testing. If you want to go back test, just go back from here, swing low, swing high, swing low, swing high, swing low, swing high, etc. And it just keeps going on further and further. But we're good right here. Christopher said LOL at my comment I just made earlier. Yeah, no, definitely. All right, I'm scrolling over here real quick. If you guys have profits to send over, go ahead and send them over. And there goes Kip. As I said it, Kip sent his profits. He's now 28,000 in profit for the day. Great work, Kip. So Kip earlier this morning, he was up pretty heavily. He was up like 22,000 and 24,000, now 28,000. So amazing work there, Kip. Angela over here as well. Angela's up 1,088. Great work, Angela. Anything else here? Rick as well. Rick locked in a total of 3,360. Man, Rick's on fire for this entire week. He's had straight wins back to back to back for all of those right there. And let me just give you guys a little update for that 1 minute scalp because I did see a lot of you guys did take it here. And let me just draw it right here. So I'm gonna put the 1 minute scalp right there. Yeah, and the reason I said 1,000 profit is because I take a 10 lot, so it's a $10 per pip. 10 times 100, it's 1,000 right there. So that's what the profit would have been, but it's all good. Trades come and go. It's not the only time we're going to be locking in trades. So we'll have more coming. Patricia here locked in a total of 1,250. Nice work, Patricia. Yeah, you guys are doing great this morning. Let's see. Great work, guys. me scroll over here real quick. So Scotty over here locked in a total of 448. Nice work, Scott. Owen over here locked in a total of 1,570. Great work, Owen. Damn, you guys are killing it this morning. Everyone's killing it. Straight profits. Other than that, let me scroll up real quick. The other Scott over here locked in a total of 1,110. Crazy profits right there. Twan over here locked in a total of 3,071. Amazing work right there, Twan. And his other account, I don't know if this is like the account he's playing around with, but he's up 107,000 for the day. So I think this is the one that he's kind of just, yeah, his fun account where he's just playing around with it, like seeing where he can get. But I think this is his actual account right here. He's up 3,071. So definitely amazing work right there, Twan. You're killing it, bro. So, you know, it's okay to have that. You guys can have a fun account and then you guys can have a real account just to see what's possible, right? Because a lot of people want to see what's the possibility of making this much profit once you actually start trading that way. So amazing work there. Twan's been playing with it right here. He's been pretty consistent every day, no losses. This is the main key. It's consistency. You know, no matter if it's a practice account or a real account right here, he's still up 3,071 on his what I would consider possibly real account. Kip as well over here, 28,000. Just what we looked at earlier. Jamie over here as well. Jamie's up 675 this morning. Great work, Jamie. So you guys are all doing great this morning. Let me see if there's anything else that I'm missing. I think that's it. Oh, man. So Angela here said, who said cheaters never win? Great job, Rick. And Rick said my wife. Oh man, it's funny. Man, Rick's funny. Rick probably started with his drinking for today already, right, Rick? Actually, you're probably sober right now. This is probably sober, Rick, because you're locking a lot of profit as we go with this. So so definitely great work there. Let me see if there's any other scalps here. I don't really see anything right now. I'll just mark this up as a swing high in the 3-minute. Swing low is probably gonna be, yeah, swing low is like still way down here. It's a huge range. Jeffrey's asking, where can you make a practice account? It's just a demo account. Like a practice account, you can just download. If you have MT4, you can just create it directly on there. Or if you want to make a practice account on FTMO, you can just open a trial account there as well. There's a lot of different places. I mean, it depends on what broker you want to use or what platform you want to use as well, Jeffrey. But you can also use a practice account here on TradingView as well. You just open paper trading, and then you can play around with the with these trades here directly on TradingView. Here, let's see. Falcon said I had to take a price data range, background green for buys, red and shorts, so we can establish a bias pre-market. Price range. Sorry, Falcon, I'm not even sure what you're referring to. So Falcon said I had an idea for your viewers. Take a price data range, background green and red, buys red for shorts, so we can establish. So here the thing with I'm not against like what you're trying to do, Falcon, but I feel like you're making things like way more complicated, right? Because you want to have like a date range. For us, every morning we check the bias just by looking at the 10-minute, 3-minute, and 1-minute. So that's how we check our bias. I'm not sure if you've been on the sessions lately, Falcon, but you know what we've been doing for like the past 3 years works perfectly fine. So although like your idea might be good, I feel like you might be doing a little too much, right? And if you do too much, you're gonna confuse yourself a lot. So, you know, although I do appreciate that you're giving us like these tips of like where you like to do a pre-market bias, I think what we're doing now already works perfectly fine because we have the technical bias just by looking at the charts. I look at the fundamental bias looking over here at the actual index for the Dow 30, and then I also have the bias for the retail sentiment. So just so that we don't go off track of like what we already have that works perfectly fine. You know, it's like what people say, don't fix what's not broken, right? If something's broken, then maybe we could start using that. But I feel like you're just doing like way too much because the thing is we're already doing 3 things. We already have a technical bias. We already have a fundamental bias. And then we also have a retail sentiment bias. So if we add another step to this, it's just way too many things to do, right? And it's probably gonna make people scared to take trades because there's just too many confirmations. So yeah, no, thanks for the tip, Falcon, but I think we're gonna have to hold off on that. unless we actually need it, at some point in the future. All right, let's see. So we have a pending 1 minute buy right here for the 1 minute. Let's see where it goes from here. I'm going to draw some swing high up here. And then we have a swing low over here. This is a pending swing low, okay, guys? Because the thing is, if price continues to drop lower, then I wouldn't consider this a swing low. But I'm just going to have this drawn right here, just in case. But we do have a pending buy right there for this 1 minute scalp. Let's see, there's a pending 1 minute signal right here. All right, anything else? Let me see if I'm missing anything else here. Not really. All right, so for this right here, I don't know if I want to take this 1 minute scalp, Maddie. And the reason why I don't want to take it is because price is starting to shift to the downside, right? So it goes down, goes up, and then what might happen here is this might just come right back down from here. Because it looks like it's overextended, right? So it might just, as soon as it closes, it might just come back lower. So if you guys do want to take this trade, I'll mark it up for you guys, but I don't think I'm personally going to take it because it doesn't look like it's moving into an upward trend now. It looks like it might be reversing from this point up here. Or actually, I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, so I'm probably going to hold off on this. I'll look for trades on the 3 minute for myself. Or should I just enter it real quick? No, it's too late. I missed the trade. See, I'm second thinking my trades now. I should have just taken a stupid trade because it went straight to TP. So Maddie, I'm not sure if did you catch that? Yeah, this thing is moving. It's just moving too fast. It's continuing to push up even higher right here. Because it's just risky, guys, right? Like for me, I'm starting to second guess my trades right now because of how the market's currently moving. The thing is, it's overextended. It's pushed up way too high from 630 till now. It looks like it's about time for it to come right back down. It's going to have to retrace at some point, right? It can't keep pushing up forever. So like right here, it pushed up, consolidated, pushed up, and it looked like it was going to start coming down from this point right here. So that's why I don't want to take the trade. But whoever caught it, congrats to you guys. I'll give you guys another update in the group because it looks like some of you guys did catch it. Yeah, so it looks like Jamie here caught it. So Jamie caught the buy there. She locked in a total of 425 off that one trade for a total of 1,082 for the day. So amazing work right there, Jamie. And since you guys did take this trade, I'll give you guys a little update in the group right here, just so that you guys can follow along with what has been made so far. All right. And I'll go over the profits right now because a lot of you guys are sending in your profits. If you guys have more profits that you guys want to share with the group and you guys want me to post them and feature you guys in the K² profit post later, just send them to me or post them in any of the groups, whether it be the public group or the premium group. So yeah, Jamie locked in 1,082 today, all wins, no losses. Looking over here at Owen, he's up 2,266, all wins, no losses as well. It's great to see a lot of you guys here locking in these profits, even though I'm like not taking them myself. Everyone here can win, guys. It's not just one person or two people or three people that are winning. It's literally everyone. Everyone can win here at K2 as long as you guys, follow directions and take trades accordingly. So Patricia over here as well. Patricia is now up 1,990. Both wins right here, no losses. Amazing work right there, Patricia. Scrolling down right here, Sisuk's up 4,773. Right here, all wins as well, no losses, straight wins. Looking over here at Twan's other account, he's up 3,209 now. So definitely great work right there, guys. You guys are on fire with everything. And then his other account right here that he's been playing around with, he's up 113,000. That's crazy. Imagine you guys locking that in a day. It's a ton of profit right there. Other than that, let's see, Roman locked in a total of 1,222. So amazing work right there, Roman, while on the road too. So hopefully you're not trading and driving, but definitely great work there. Salorm over here as well, locked in a total of 1,435. Looks like you had an accidental loss right there, but straight wins nonetheless. All right. Yeah, Patricia. So Patricia has two accounts right now. She's up 1,990, and then her other account, she's up 1,250. Amazing work right there, Patricia. Other than that, let's see if there's anything else here that I'm missing. I think that's it for now. So we're looking back for another retracement here. We need price to retrace down and then swing back up for another 1 minute scalp. If I see price break and close past this area right here, then I'll probably take this for a buy using the other snipe scalp strategy that I've been applying. Yeah. Yeah, Gallo said she was fast, 13 pips in 3 seconds. Yeah, no, it was very quick on that. Peter's asking off topic, are you getting the C63S? So I was thinking about it for a long time. Like I really wanted to get it, Peter, but I don't think I'm going to get it anymore. I've been wanting to get the an exotic for a while. So I think for me, I should just wait and just get the exotic. I'm looking at R8s right now. So I'm looking at R8s and I'm looking at 570Ss. I want to get a 720, but right now with my situation, I can't throw too much money into a 720S right now. It's just too much money to be dumping into a car. So I'm probably going to be getting like either an R8 or a 570 for now. Just for now, and then probably by next year, I'll probably get my 720. Yeah, no, I've been looking at that car for a while, but I just, just like weighing the pros and cons, it doesn't really make sense because I don't really drive that much anyways. So it just wouldn't make sense for me to have it because I already have my Tesla, so there's no point in me having another car to just be taking up space here. I'd rather just get something that I actually want than something that I, kind of want. All right, let's see if there's anything else right here. All right, so there's no entries available here on the 1 minute. Here on the 3 minute, looking for a possible retracement to the downside. And then catch it as it swings right back up. Here on the 10 minute, this looks good. Let me see if there's any other snipes or any zones that are available around this area, actually. Yeah, nothing available right now. Turn this back on. So nothing on the 10 minute, nothing on the 3 minute, nothing on the 1 minute. See, Patrick said there is news coming up right here. So it looks like there's restricted news coming up in about a few minutes. So I'll probably hold off on entering trades as well. Yeah, so it looks like there's news coming up at 7:30. This is probably what Patrick was referring to, the natural gas storage. Once we have that, then we can probably look for hopefully maybe another 1 or 2 entries, and then we can probably call it a day. Let me just scroll up real quick and see what else I'm missing. Yeah, no, I agree, Peter. So Peter said R8 is for sure more reliable than a McLaren. Yeah, no, definitely. So that I'm probably leaning towards like an R8 for now, and then next year probably get my 720. Because like I don't know if a lot of you guys here know, I'm actually a lawyer, so I went to law school and I have like a lot of student loans. So I owe like 360,000 in student loans, and I'm paying all that off this year. So instead of me, like that money was supposed to go to getting my 720S, but I'm just gonna pay off all of my student loans by this year. So that's where all my money's going, if you guys are wondering. And also I'm putting my money into other stuff too, like other investments. But yeah, I'm being smart about my money. I don't need the 720 right now. I can get that whenever. So hopefully maybe by next year I can get the 720 after I wipe out all of my bad debt. Man, I went to school for like 10 years to be a lawyer, and I'm not even a lawyer anymore. I just trade full time. Let's see what else we got here. Patrick said student loans, blowing hookers. Exactly, Patrick. So let me scroll up real quick and see what else we got over here. Yeah, Christopher said get an X7, love mine. No, X7s are cool too. I think Tommy here, one of my best friends, Tommy here, he was gonna get an X6 competition, or actually no, X7 competition, but then he started making a lot more money trading. So I think he's gonna go for like either a G-Wagon now or a Urus, some sort of SUV. I mean, yeah, the more profits you make, the more options you have. So literally, sky's the limit. Let me scroll down real quick. Paul said, Shawn, what's a good entry-level sports supercar? I mean, there's a lot. It just depends on like what you're looking for. Like for me, I was looking at a couple different cars. I was looking at E63s, C63s, just AMGs, because I wanted a car that's like loud and a car that's like, an actual car. I have a Tesla Model X right now, which is, I mean, it's a great car. I don't know if you guys have seen my car. I think a lot of you guys have seen it here. I think I have a picture of it somewhere over here. Yeah, I mean, this is my daily driver. I drive this every day. It's my Tesla Model X, and it's in Profit Blue Chrome. So it's all customized and stuff, and it looks good. But I kind of want a real car, like a car that makes noise, a car that actually makes noise, and that I have to actually put gas in. So that's what I'm getting right there, or that's what I plan on getting. Yeah, no, Sam said GTR probably cheapest in Porsche level power. No, exactly. Yeah, I like the GTR. It's just too wide. I don't like how it's such a wide car. It's like there's a couple of GTRs here, like where I live. There's like 4 of them, and they're just too big. I don't like big cars like that. I like something that's more sleek, like maybe like a Porsche GT3 or a McLaren, obviously, or R8. There's a couple R8s here too. There's like 4 R8s here as well. Some old ones and some new ones. They all look good though. Other than that, Shawn said, don't let the Elon fans hear you say that, Shawn. Yeah, no, definitely. Miles said, you trust your hands-free auto drive feature on your Tesla? Yeah, I do. I actually used to make videos before when we would trade US 30, I would actually trade in my car. So I don't know if you guys were here before. I would actually like just set my car to autopilot, and you could open TradingView in the car, and I would just trade in my car. So let me see if I can find it here. It was like pretty. I don't do it anymore though, because I'm just never in my car. Okay, so like right here, right? So I'm right here driving autopilot on my Tesla with like no feet, no hands, and I have TradingView running right here on my screen. So I was like trading US 30 while my car was driving down to like San Diego, because I had like an hour or 2 hour drive, and I just let my car drive autopilot, and I was just trading US 30 right there, obviously, on my way down there. And I used to do that all the time. Yeah, I always trade in my car. So you guys can see I have US 30 with like the whole chart lined up in there. And I would just set my car on autopilot and just trade. But I'm not on the road as much anymore, so I don't really need to do it. But I do trust it to an extent, not 100%, but to an extent I do. All right, anyways, back to trading, guys. I don't see anything here right now. I'm just waiting for price to break and close above here. Price breaks and closes above here, then maybe I'll take that for a buy. Otherwise, there's no entries that are available here with regard to these scalps. Also, we do have news coming up in about 4 minutes. It's 6:26 right now. So we have news coming up in about 4 minutes at 7:30, natural gas storage. It looks like it's going to be positive, I'm assuming, because it was 83 billion last month. This month it's 76 billion. So it looks like they're lower on storage, so it makes it higher in demand. So we'll see what happens there. Looks like we got a pending signal here on the 1 minute. Let's see. Yeah, Dejan said the Tesla thing. Yeah. So for the Tesla guys, I like the Tesla. The Tesla is a good everyday car, because like for me, even here at my home, I have a charger for my Tesla. So I don't really pay for gas anymore, which doesn't matter. I mean, I could pay for gas, but it's convenient because I just plug my car in at home and then I just drive it wherever I need to go. So it is convenient. I like Tesla. But sometimes you just kind of want to feel a real car, like a car that doesn't like my car does go really fast, but it doesn't really make noise. So I kind of want that feeling of a regular car again. Exactly. Yeah. CT over here mentioned that it's hard to park in California with a wide car. Exactly. I agree 100%. It's definitely harder. So I don't really like big cards as much. Let's see. Nice. Yeah. So Seth over here locked in a total of 6,986. Nice work, Seth. Yeah, if you guys have more profit to send over, just send them over to me and I'll add them to the list over here. I'm still looking for trades, but we just don't have anything available right now. Let's see. Now he said, don't pay off the student loans. We'll talk, but I'll show you why not. So we did have this conversation with like a couple other people before. I have federal loans, guys. So like a lot of people think that, well, maybe Nuri has a different way to do it, but for me, I mean, there's like no way out of it. You can't file for bankruptcy; they'll still chase you, and stuff like that. So I don't know. Maybe Nuri has a better route for me to get rid of my student loans. Patrick over here logged in a total of 5,428. Nice work, Patrick. So great work right there, Patrick. Straight profits. And then his other account, he's up 10,630. So Patrick here is up about 15,000 for the day. And he said he's done for the day. So definitely great work there, Patrick. Twan over here. Yeah, Twan is still setting up these wins right here nonstop. That's crazy, bro. Keep going, man. Let's see, Kip over here as well. So Kip said, okay, really done this time. Kip's now up 30K for the day. That's crazy. So Kip's probably going to go get his surfboard ready and go surf with his dog, huh? That's pretty cool. I was thinking about taking my dogs because I got my dogs a life jacket, those little shark life jackets, so I can take him to the beach with me. I haven't surfed since. Nice. Yeah, Kip said, come on over. Kai Luana, sorry, I don't know how to pronounce it. I think it says Kai Luana. Yeah, Kai Luana can plays. Kai Luana place can hold everyone. I'll be great, right? We'll probably do a Hawaii trip for everyone. That's our plan for next year, guys. Our plan for next year is to have a meetup with everyone and meet a lot of you guys in person. We tried to do that a couple years ago, but COVID happened. This year we'll try to do it again, or next year, I think. Yeah, Roman, he sent this. Okay, cool. Yeah, so Roman said he's not driving. He pulled into a flying J so he can trade. Oh no, this is sick. Yeah, I'll take a look at this later, Roman. Thanks for this video, for this R8. Yeah, I like the R8s. The R8s are like really like I just like the sound of the R8s, right? It sounds like a really loud car, just stock, and then if you add an exhaust to it, it's even louder. So I would want a Huracan over R8, but R8's a little cheaper for me to just have meanwhile to play around with until I get my next car. Nah, Dejan said maybe Biden will forgive them. Nah, I don't trust anything Biden says, bro. He said he was going to forgive them, and then he said he was going to reduce them, and then all of a sudden he's not going to do anything. So, I'm not really putting my trust in like the government to take care of my loans. That's why I started trading. I literally started trading to pay off my law school loans and college loans, and here I am. I'm able to pay them off within a year, which is crazy. I never thought I'd be able to pay off my law school loans, that I'd be paying those for the rest of my life. Brian said maybe Kip can help out with the loans, right, Kip? Send a couple profits here and there. And Kip probably still has your medical school loans, Kip. I'm not sure if you do. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Because Kip's actually a doctor. So I'm a lawyer. Kip's a doctor. I'm sure. I don't know if Kip would had a full ride scholarship or something like that. But I had like a partial scholarship, and I still got to pay this much money after law school. Here, let's see. Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that like there's some people here who have like a lot of different careers prior. Nice. Yeah. So Kip said I have a good amount of loans, but tuition with a scholarship through the Army. Oh, nice. Amazing work, Kip. Yeah. So that's smart that you did it that way. For me, it was all federal loans. So here I am, but I'm able to pay them off thankfully this year. So there's still no entries here, guys. Let's see. Peter confirmed that the news is neutral. So let me just refresh that for you. Thanks for confirming that, Peter. Looking at the news right here for natural gas storage, it was neutral. It was exactly where they anticipated it. So not really much movement there regarding the news for natural gas storage. But yeah, hopefully we can take at least one more scalp before we call it a day. If not, I mean, it's fine. We've all made some pretty nice profit today so far. There's no need to force any trades, right? There's nothing here on the 10-minute, nothing on the 3-minute. Well, this swing down right here is what we're looking for. We'll catch it as it swings right back up. Also looking over here at the 1-minute, a possible 1-minute scalp right here, but I don't think I'm going to take it because it looks like price is starting to shift to the downside. So even if we do get a 1-minute scalp here, I'm probably not going to take it. I'll mark it up for you guys, but I'm probably not going to take it myself. I made a lot of profit this week. That's why, guys. So I don't want to risk losing any of my profit to take some trade that I'm not like 100% confident about. So let me scroll down real quick. Yeah, Kip said left school with 250K in loans. My classmates left with 450K. Yeah, a lot of my classmates that didn't get any scholarship or any grants, they actually stacked up a lot of school debt too. I thought mine was bad. Mine is at 360. It looks like Kip's other classmates left with 450K. That's a lot. Yeah, Shawn said I thought his 60K was bad. No, your 60K is cool, bro. You could probably cover that like in a year of trading. It's got to be consistent. Sam's asking, are you looking to make any more merch, Shawn? So not currently right now. I just, I've been busy with other things, but eventually I'm probably going to make some sweaters and some shirts and stuff like that. Because I was looking for a like a drop shipping. I'll probably look into like some drop shipping companies because I don't have time to go print the clothes out and then mail them out myself. I'm just too busy. So I might just find a drop shipping company where I can just upload the designs on there and then have like if people want to buy them, it'll just get shipped out to you guys. So I'm definitely gonna be looking into that, but currently right now, no ideas with that specifically. Dejan said I'm trading so I can drop out before senior year. LOL. You should still finish school, Dejan. I mean, because you already made it so far. Let's see. Randy said in 1 minute, move the swing up, swing low up. Let's see. Swing low, swing up, swing low. I wouldn't really consider this a new. I mean, technically, I guess you could have for this, Randy, but it's just kind of risky because the thing is, price isn't really moving directional. When you want to draw these swing highs, swing lows, you want price to actually be moving lower, right? Below here or above here. Price right now currently is just going sideways. So I wouldn't, I don't, for me personally, I think I would just leave it as is. And then when it breaks above, then I would create new swing highs and swing lows. But for me currently right now, I don't think it's really worth it because it's just going sideways. So I wouldn't really move it myself personally. If you wanted to use it, you could, but I wouldn't. Emmanuel said, hey, you can't go wrong with the Honda Accord. Well, you're right, Emmanuel. One of my first cars was a Honda Accord. That thing went on forever until like the transmission fell out and then it obviously broke down from there. All right, so pending buy right here. If this closes above this line right here, guys, then I'll probably take this for a buy. Just FYI, it needs to close above this line right here, though. If it doesn't close above it, I'm probably not going to take it because I would anticipate it to swing right back down from here. So I need it to close above this area. If it doesn't close above it, I'm not going to take this trade. Oh, and it's not even going to close up there because it's coming right back down. Yeah. So no entry off that 1 minute there, and it's going to be invalid. So if it becomes invalid, there's no entry there at all. So no more buys here. Let me see if there's any other questions. So, let me just go through the chat real quick, see if there's any other questions so I can answer your questions before I log off. But I think this is going to be it for my session today. We were on for about a little over an hour. Some nice profit so far amongst everyone here. Let's see, anything else? Let's see, Cheryl over here too. Yeah, no, you guys are all doing good. Just seeing everyone over here. Yeah, no, so Narita over here said I have 65K and I'll never pay it off in full no matter what because of what I know. So the problem with this, Narita, you can never pay it, but the thing is I'm trying to buy a house and the thing is this goes into my debt to income ratio, right? So I'm trying to buy like a $3 million house. I can't buy that house unless I pay down my debt. So there's other factors here that are kind of, no, it does because we've already done the debt to income ratio. I tried to buy the house like last year. No, because they've looked at it. Like I've already tried to buy the house last year. I couldn't even buy the house that I was trying to get. because they incorporate that into the debt to income ratio. They incorporate like all debt, including the student loans, which should be the student loan payments. And the thing is, the problem with the student loans is that the federal government is transferring my loans to another financer, so my interest rate might go up. Currently, it was like 4 or 5%. Now it might go up higher because they're giving it to a private company, but it still falls under federal loans. So, I mean, have you tried it? Because the thing is, I've tried it. That's why I know that they do treat it the same as like all other debt, because I've actually tried to buy the house and like I had to make more money before I can buy the house, because the debt can. The thing is, so here are my loans, right? My loans are like 360K, right? And say like every year I'm making like a mil, even if I'm making like a mil every single year. So let's see, 360,000. And then say out of that, I have to pay like about 15% of it a year, right? So like 360,000 times 15%, which is like 54,000, which is, it's not that bad. This is what's going to be considered, I guess like this would be factored into my debt to income ratio. Plus I have my Tesla, it's still financed. That's going to be incorporated into my debt to income ratio. And I mean, I think that's about it, because I don't have any other debt. But you add those together and then you try to buy a really expensive house, it's going to like you got to make a lot of money every month to, which I'm able to cover it, but the thing is they don't see it that way. So yeah, exactly. So like C secure too, you said when you get a mortgage, it affects it. Ask any loan originator worth their salt, unless you own a bank and look it the other way. Yeah, because to get a loan that big, you have to go through like a bigger financer, like a big name. So already said that solves it, make more money. It's not gonna matter. So if I make more money, I'm still gonna have to pay off the loan because the interest rate is gonna be super high. So I mean, so your loan here, Narith, you have 65K, right? That's like nothing compared to my 360K. If you think about it, so look, if you have $65,000 loan, right? And then say you have multiple loans, each loan is going to be about a 15% rate all together, right? So this is how much interest this is all that you're paying. You're not paying very much interest, right? You're paying 9,750. For me, I got 360,000, bro. And 15% of that is, let me see this thing loading here, times 360,000 times 15. I'm going to pay this much in interest, bro. Your 9,000 is nothing compared to my 54,000 in interest. So it's better for me to just pay off the loan than for me to just keep dragging it along, right? If I'm making enough to pay it off, I don't want to just pay it off. That's the main thing there. And the interest rate is super high, so that's something to also keep in mind. So there's yeah, Ellis is asking if I have a Fed loan. Yeah, I do have a Fed loan. Yeah, no, exactly. So Ellis said, because Fed loan is closing at the end of the year, however, their clients are transferred to new servicers or provide new contracts moving forward. Yeah, but the thing is, like with me, they're going to give me a high interest rate, because what they're going to do is they're going to look at like how much income I'm making, and they're going to be like, oh, this guy can pay off his loans. Why don't we just increase his interest rate so he pays it off right away? So there's different ways. There's like different ways of seeing it. But for me personally, I don't like having debt, right? Like even for me, I would never borrow money from a friend, and I would, if I was to borrow money from a friend, I would pay them off ASAP, right? I just don't like debt. Everyone handles it differently, right? Other people make more money than others. Other people make less money than others. So everyone's situation is different. For me personally, I just want to pay off my debt. So I'm gonna pay off my loans regardless, because I can't do much unless I have that debt sitting above, my head. So other than that, guys, I think that's it for this session. Let me see if I missed anything else here. Scroll up real quick. I think that's it for that. Let me check this over here. All right. Yeah, so I think that's it right here. I just don't want to get too far off track, guys, because right now we're talking about like non-trading stuff right here, and a lot of people here just want to go over trading stuff, right? So looking at the market right here, you can see US 30 is just ranging, right? It's consolidating to the side. We have no entry available here right now. I don't think we're going to have any entries available anytime soon either. Let's check the news real quick to see what's going on here. I'm going to refresh this. There's no other news for the rest of this session. Looking over here at the average is at 461 points. So this right here is it shows a strong bullish move here. So with this much bias on the fundamental side, with it up 461 points, price should continue to push up, right? However, price has kind of died down because it looks like a lot of people have pulled out of the market because price is so one-sided. It's up 400 points. A lot of people are scared that price is probably going to dump at some point, right? Which is probably what's going to happen. Or what might happen is they might just spike it up higher. This is what I kind of see happening. From my perspective, I kind of see price going sideways for a bit. Like I see this over here going sideways, right? And then what I see happening after this is I see it possibly shooting to the upside to lure some more buyers in. So it's probably shoot to the upside, lure some buyers in, and then all of a sudden it's going to spike all the way back down to stop people out. And then maybe consolidate again to the side before it decides to do the same thing or continues to drop further. So what I recommend, guys, if you guys decide to keep trading, wait for price to break above it or below it to confirm, the direction, because price is obviously just going sideways right here. It's not worth taking any unnecessary risk unless you guys know where price is going. Looking at the Dow index right here, the Dow index is completely green. So if you guys see price drop, that's going to be a clear sign of manipulation, right? Because if the stock market is entirely green, there's no reason for it to be dropping at all. Looking over here as well, refresh this. The Dow Jones is up 460 points, S&P is up 50 points, NASDAQ's up 134 points, Russell 2K is up 24 points. Everything's green. It's like completely green. And then let's see. So CNBC just released this right here as well. With them releasing this data, I think a lot of people are going to keep like trying to hop into this buy, and then all of a sudden you're going to see this thing just spike down, maybe around like 10 or 12, because that's when you get the mid-market reversal, right? So what I would recommend is if you guys do decide to trade, use smaller lot size, be careful, because a lot can happen from now until then. Other than that, let me see the retail sentiment. Refresh this. Retail sentiment is currently 54% short. So price might continue pushing up actually, because this thing, it shifted so fast, right? Earlier today, it was like 60% long. Now it's 54% short. So depending on like where price decides to go, you just want to be careful with it. So other than that, let me see if there's anything else that I'm missing over here. Miles is asking, does that news about current manipulation mean that trading US 30 will never be the same and we may never be able to profit as much, or it'll be a big struggle to make? Miles, I'm like 100% confused with what you just said. So I'm not sure what you're referring to, Miles, because the thing is, it's been manipulated the past 3 weeks or so, right? But we're still making the same amount of profit, if not more. Market was manipulated yesterday. I still made like 10,000 yesterday. So profits aren't changing. The thing is, even though the market changes, K2 still works with whatever the market gives you. So I'm not sure. I'm trying to understand like where your thought process is coming from. Because Miles is basically asking like, hey, market's being manipulated. So do you think we can't trade US 30 or we can't make money trading US 30? I mean, market's manipulated every day, and we still make profit because we trade directly off momentum. So Miles also said when the session first started, you pointed out an article. I don't sorry, I can't remember what you're referring to, Miles. But short answer to your question is, I mean, it doesn't matter what the market does. If the market wants to manipulate, or if it does whatever, it wouldn't matter, right? Because we know how to control that. Even if market's being manipulated, we still know how to trade when market's being manipulated. I've been trading for like 11 years, Miles, so I've seen market being manipulated every single day. I've seen market being manipulated heavily, lightly. It doesn't matter. If the market's being manipulated, it's cool, fine. Let it be manipulated. I'm still gonna find ways to win at trading. But yeah, nothing's gonna change here, Miles. I'm just trying to comprehend like where this, like, because it seems like all of a sudden you kind of have like this, like it just kind of hits you, right? You're like, oh, market's manipulated. I don't think we can make more profit, but we're actually making more profit with the market being manipulated. So you know, what I recommend, Miles, is practice, right? Practice, practice, practice. Once you practice, you'll understand that you can, you know, you can find ways around the market. It doesn't matter what the market does. So here's market. Fuck, I missed the trade again. So remember, guys, I was waiting for price to close above here, and it did, and I freaking missed this buy right here. This is what I was waiting for this entire session. Damn, it's okay. All right, so I think what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna go trade by myself, guys, so I don't get distracted. Because I just missed like 4 trades today on this session. Oh man, so oh, whatever, it's all good. I was literally waiting for this for like, how long did I wait for this, guys? I was waiting for this to happen for like the past hour, and it finally happened, and I freaking missed it, and it did exactly what I thought was gonna happen. So that I missed another 1,000 right there. So I missed 1,000 earlier. I missed another 1,000 here. What I'm probably gonna do is I'm probably just gonna trade by myself for like the next couple of hours to make the money that I missed off these trades, and then we'll and it's fine, guys. Like I don't mind that I missed the trades here, but I'm like, it's just funny to me because I literally missed out on like 2,000 right now because I missed the one earlier when I was answering the other question, and then I missed this one right here, which I was waiting for a while. So it's all good though, because I know profits are going to come and go. But yeah, going back to what you were just saying earlier, Miles, yeah, I think you're kind of just, you're kind of like confused with like what we were talking about earlier. What I recommend is just don't be scared about the market, right? The market will do whatever it needs to do, and we'll figure out ways to make profit from it regardless. So either way. All right, guys. So I think that's it for this session. I need to go trade on my own because I need to make those. I just missed like 4 trades today. That's like 4,000 that I missed out on. I need to go just focus on myself and trade up by myself. But I'm glad to see that a lot of you guys here locked in a ton of profit. You know, good to see you guys here killing it today. So other than that, I will see you guys on the next session tomorrow. And Billy, I do see your question right there about trade psychology. We'll I'll answer your question tomorrow about trades. What I recommend is, Billy, have some actual questions, right? Because you're asking about, talk about trade psychology. You need to ask me specific questions, like what's your problem with trade psychology? Are you over trading? Are you taking bad trades? Are you not following? You know, not using risk management? Because trade psychology is such a broad topic. If you want me to talk about trade psychology, I could talk for hours and hours and hours. If you want me to talk about something specific regarding trade psychology, then let me know. You know, are you over trading? Are you taking bad trades? Are you not following directions? Are you not using risk management? Like, what's your problem? If you could give me those details, I can help you get better, right? Because I've been trading for so long. I've been running through all these issues throughout my whole, you know, time period trading. And Shami's asking, how can I join the room? So Shami, if you want to join K2, just go on the website. So if you guys are brand new here and you guys want to join the, you know, us here at K2, just go on the website, k2trades.com. And then you guys can click on K2 Live Trading Room if you want to have access to the Zoom, if you want to learn the strategy so that you can apply all the stuff on your own and make, you know, this infinite amount of profit that like Kip made. You know, Kip made 30,000 today. Patrick made 10,000. His other account, Patrick, made 5,000. If you want to do this on your own and take your own trades, then go on the website, click on K2 Strategies right here, K2 Trade Strategies, and then you can learn all the strategies and have access to the K2 indicators to do this on your own. Otherwise, I'll catch you guys here tomorrow morning. Billy, just come back with that question tomorrow. I got to trade on my own for a bit before the market slows down. And I'll be back live tomorrow morning, same time. So Billy, I will be here tomorrow. If you want to re-ask that question tomorrow during the live session, I'll help you out. Otherwise, I'll catch you guys here tomorrow.